Hello guys, thanks for watching. Adrian here from AppSeed. So in this video I want to say a few words about this dynamic services starter, which is provided for Django and implements two open source libraries. The first library that this project uses is this API generator that knows how to build secure APIs using DRF on top of any model defined in your project. All the implementation and the integration requires just a few configuration steps. And the second library is this dynamic data table, that library that knows how to build an abstract layer on top of any model defined in your project. And in the end, the user sees this can see this view where the information can be updated, deleted, or new rows added without much effort. Okay, let's get back to the main project. This project is basically a super simple Django starter that the only difference is that it uses the admin-LT design, which is also an external library. You can use it also in your project, but it's not the goal of this video. And also, as mentioned before, configures these two libraries. The project can be started without efforts using Docker, and also a manual build setup is provided on the README. All three libraries, including admin-LT, are released under the MIT license, which means you can use it for commercial projects or simply for e-learning activities. Okay, let's clone the information in my local environment and just start a project. And see how it goes. Once you have the source code, open up the README and follow up the instructions provided here. In this case, I will just use Docker. You need to execute this command in root of the project. Now the Docker executes all the steps, and we should be able to see the project up and running in the browser in less than 1 minute. By default, the configuration is provided for two simple models that are defined here in the home application. Let me increase the font size. Models, if you navigate here, you can see that by default two models are provided, which are super simple. The first one is product, the second one is sales, and the sales is linked using this one-to-one relation to the product. This is important because the API knows how to manage linked tables, and this is super useful. Let's access the application in the browser. This is an old page. We don't care. Okay. Okay. This is the UI. We have here two links. So if we go here to the API, there is a minimal information, and by accessing these links, we can see the default DRF, the product interface for products, and the sales API. Both were generated during this setup, and also we have this dynamic data table, which for now is empty, of course. So at this point, we have the services up and running. The APIs are able to accept requests, and we can effectively use the services. Let's use Postman in order to interact with the API. So the APIs are provided with a security layer. All GET requests can be publicly accessed. In case you want to just get all the products or all the sales, just you don't need a token. But in order to create, update, or delete items, you need to be authenticated, and the platform provides this token that should be saved in in the mutating request header. Okay, let's go back to the application, and we need to register a new user. Okay, and for this I will use the this password, which is already here. Now we have the registered user. Let's send a request to the backend API, and we need to, in order to interact with the API, we need to save this token in all the related requests. Let's say we want to create a new product. Go here to the header and save the token. Update the same thing. Okay, delete the same thing, and also for sales. Okay, and delete. Okay, another thing is that the project comes with this uh, comes with sample, well, Postman collection sample here in the media folder. So basically, this project with all the URLs can be imported from this file. You just need to update here the URL, because sometimes by default Django starts on 8000, but you might use another port, and in our case I'm using the Docker port, which is different. Okay, let's send some requests to the API, and also we can of course visualize all the requests that are sent here. We can see that API product just received a new request. At this point, we don't have any information, so let's add a new product. Go here to the body and put here Nike. Let's say Nike Air. So the record is created. We can visualize the information. We have an item now, and if we go here to the browser, we can see the information that is listed in the data table view, and also we should be able to see here in the products page. So the API it's up and running. Of course, we can add more items. Let's add a new one. Create. Let's see. Puma. Now we should have 2 items. Cool. We have 2 here. Also dynamic data tables. If we refresh the page, we have here the new item. We can update here in the dynamic data table, and the changes should be reflected in all related views. So this is super cool. So the project is the service is up and running. We can use them, and we didn't do much. We just started the project, and we are good to go. How this works? Basically, once we have the libraries installed in the project, we need to configure the information and following all the steps provided in the project readmes. There is a dedicated section for API generator and also for dynamic tables. And the most important thing, after we include the application and the other things, we need to update this section that informs the API generator that this model defined in the home models product should be mapped to this API URL, and the same thing we need to do the same thing for all models, and the same thing we need to do for dynamic data table. So basically, this model is mapped under the dynamic data tables using this segment. Models are here, and we can see that the definitions are reflected correctly in the browser. If we go here, the product has ID, name, and the same information is present here. Let's stop the application, and I will kill all the containers, and I will update the definition of the product and just rerun the setup. I just update and added a new field. I didn't do anything else, and I will just start again the Docker setup, which will execute all the steps and migrate the new database, and all these new fields should be available in the API and also in the dynamic data table view. Okay, now the project is up and running. If we refer to page, now we have the new field. Of course, the information is stripped because we updated the Docker, and we need to add the new information. It's add here. So when we add the new item, we can see here that the new field is automatically injected, so you don't need to code anything. So air call product. Okay, so we have an item. If we refresh here the information in the browser, we can see that the new field is available. Like this, we can update, do other migration, add new models. You just need to define your own model. After that, you need to go here to the settings and enable the model in the configuration. You are good to go. You can have on top of that model generated API, which is secured, and like this, in case you have, let's say, 10 models in your project and you want to expose an API only for 2 of them, only for 2 models, you just need to add 2 models in this section. So not all the models defined and used in your project are exposed by the API. You have control, and this minimal configuration is required in order to expose a new model to the as to be manageable using the API. So another thing from this point, we have the servers here, but let's deploy the project live. For this, we can use render because the project comes already with continuous integration, continuous deployment flow for render, and we can deploy the project without much effort on render, just by creating a new blueprint in the interface, and the project should be live in just a few minutes. Okay. We can check out here in the interface the deployment status. For newcomers, this continuous integration, continuous deployment flow means that when we update the code base, the changes are automatically reflected in the live deployment version. So okay, we can see that the migration is successful, API is generated, all the services should be available soon. Build is flagged as successful. Render, it's a Heroku-like deployment platform, but they are using superior technology, and also the UI is beginners friendly, and the pricing is more than decent. And we decided to use Render as deployment platform for us, and all our automations regarding the deployment are using Render, because the projects can be deployed without any any issues, and also without making that low level configuration on the server, on the deployment server. So it's super handy to deploy our project on render. Now the service is flagged as being live. Let's take a look at the live version of the project. We can see here all the links. Let's access the public API. Okay, this is the default DRF, so we have access to all the information. Let's access the dynamic data table. Okay, let's create a new item. Key. That's super. If we refresh the page, we have here the information. Let's go back to the repository and just update the model here in this file, as I did in the local version. Okay, now the change is committed, so render should trigger another build. So basically is this one. So now all the project is recompiled, and we should be able to see the new column exposed in this dynamic data table, and also in the DRF view. But we need to wait a little bit in order to have the build finished. All looks good. So we have here all the migrations were executed successfully. We can see here that product and sales models are successfully migrated. The API, the new API is generated, and the new version of the product should be live really soon. Build successful. Once the deployment is successfully in, you should see that green light that flags the product as being live. Okay, let's access the UI. Cool. Let's refresh this page. So we can see here that the info field is present. Let's create a new item. Okay, the item is created. You can refresh here. Okay, so we have the item. I clicked twice. Now it's deleted, and the information is there. So guys, thanks for watching. We will provide real soon other tools, other generators. Feel free to use the libraries. As I mentioned before, all the code is open source, is licensed under the MIT. You can use it, you can update it. On top of this, you can access AppSeed and go here to the support page. We can always keep this this link on top of the home page just to facilitate the access to the support. Send us an email or simply join the Discord. We have a super nice and supportive community with more than 1,000 members. In case something is missing from the tools, you have issues, just send us an email and we'll try to assist. Thanks again for watching, and I hope see you soon with other cool things. Bye, guys.